I just listed this beautiful home. It's been fully remodeled. Welcome to 1565 East Evergreen Lane. Come on inside.
Staring at the stars, talking to the moon, trying to do my best to get over you. Waiting on my heart, giving it some room, 'cause I don't wanna rush in like a fool.
Oh, yes, smells so fresh.
Bailey, this turned out absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it. The design is just incredible. Well done. I love the modern contemporary. Modern contemporary is hard to do, but you nailed it. So this wall, tell us about this wall. This is a pretty cool wall.
Yeah.
Marble wall.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have to walk into a wall, I mean, remember when we first bought this property, the goal here actually was to remove this wall, right? Because usually that's the case. I'm not trying to, I'm trying to create a very open floor plan. But unfortunately, the stairs are right behind here, and there was no way to get rid. I couldn't even reroute the stairs no matter what I did. So this wall had to stay. And if you're gonna walk into a wall, what do you gotta do?
Make it a feature.
That's right. It better be a friggin' statement piece. So
You're actually gonna see that a few times throughout the walkthrough on this flip. There were a handful of things in this house that were really weird that we couldn't change. So we made them a feature. Let's go out and check out the living room.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. God, this room is just so awesome. I love the natural light. This wall of windows just creates an incredible amount of natural light. I love, mainly, how you warmed up the room by going with this green color. And then I think the pièce de résistance in this room is the cedar on the ceilings, which makes this house smell incredible, by the way.
Yeah.
So good thought there. I love it. Walk us through the choices here.
yeah, so we went with iron ore for the beams. You'll kind of see that throughout the entire house. So that's the color for the season for all the beams. And then the green actually is Northern Woods from Sherwin-Williams. So it definitely warmed us up. I actually originally had painted this evergreen fog just because it's evergreen. So I thought, it's got to be evergreen
The house
fog.
is on Evergreen Lane, paint the wall evergreen fog,
Absolutely,
right?
and it's such a beautiful color. But because of all the natural light, when it hit the wall, it looked like toothpaste. Like the color was absolutely hideous. I hated it every second.
More like Colgate fog than evergreen fog, right?
Yeah, it was so bad. It was disgusting. Anyway, and then we did end up finding a bunch of wood that we could put in here. So that really made it a fun piece of just to saying, hey, this is what this is for. Because we had staged it with some other weird, items because there was some shelves on here. But it was meant for firewood. This is a real wood burning fireplace. You need a place to have firewood. So it really does warm up this space a little bit.
And what's cool that I love about it is most of the wood that you brought in for the staging, you found on the property.
Yeah.
So it's all from right here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? That's the goal. Staging was such an ordeal on this property because multiple different reasons, but one, our normal stager unfortunately was not able to help us out this time, and it happened at the last second. We knew 2 days that she wasn't going to stage our entire 4,500 square foot home, which that's a lot, to try and what? We've pulled it off, but unfortunately we ended up having to stage half of this house. It did become though a scenario where if you go back and watch any of our other before and after videos, you'll definitely see that this is very minimal to how much normally we stage our homes. And staging does make or break a property's sale value. And we're gonna see how this goes. It did still turn out delicious and beautiful, so I don't think we're gonna have a problem here, but I do wish I could have done more. And one of my favorite pieces about this room, indoor space, is how it actually connects to the dining room. So when when we had our big, fun, bougie cocktail party, it was a really fun idea to be able to just have both doors open, and then everybody could kind of just roam, and it never felt closed off or claustrophobic of any kind, even though we do have this centerpiece here that could not be removed. So we kind of created this open floor plan from here this direction.
So one of the things that we weren't planning on doing in this property was replacing the yard. Now, the yard when we bought it actually looked pretty good, so we thought, you know what, we're gonna put our budget into the inside. But after a couple of snafus, check out our Flippin' Nightmares episode to see exactly what I'm talking about. We ended up having to replace the yard and resod the entire thing. So we thought, you know what? If we're gonna have to spend a little bit money, why not do it right and spend a little bit more money and make sure that this yard looks like a $1.6 million yard. So that's what we did. You guys can see how beautiful this turned out, and I think it's really gonna help us sell this house. This is the guest suite. This was actually the master suite when the home was first built back in the 1950s. And then some point in the 1970s, 1980s, they built an add-on to the house where they added on the kitchen and the master suite as well as the garage. So we're gonna save that stuff for last, like we said, but this is now, because of its layout, it now is a fantastic guest suite, and Maylee did a great job designing it.
Thank you. Yeah, and really, who doesn't want a guest suite in their home? I think that that's so ideal if you have guests coming over, or maybe you have a teenager that wants their own bathroom and bedroom suite. This is, I mean, honestly, I wish every bedroom in this house was like this. That would have been really cool. Yeah. Maybe we should do that in one of our new properties. That would be really cool.
Absolutely.
I love the design of this property. But more so than anything, we created our unique palette for the next 3 homes, which I love when I can create a design that is so beautiful that is just plug and play for the next few properties. This definitely is that design. So doing the black hexagon for the bathroom tile, bottom floor, and then this really pretty wood tile. It just makes everything pop so much. I love it. I'm madly in love with it, to be honest. And I love the cutouts. It makes it super functional for people. And this is just like a rustic coral. So it all tied together. We do not have glass, as you can see. And I haven't seen glass in a master in probably a year and a half. Who could guess why you haven't seen glass in a master? Oh yeah, because everything's booked out maybe 2 years to get glass like this. So that's why there's no glass here. Great news, it's not in any house. So great news, we don't have to fork out the money for it because none of the other houses have it either. So this was exactly what I'm talking about. Throughout the entire home, you will see that we really did give it a nice spa, luxurious feel. And part of how we did that is creating these floating shelves. So probably can't see it unless you really zoom in here, so we will here, cameraman. It adds such a luxurious piece with little subtle design, right? I just love that. Something that we didn't do is create light on the top or the bottom, and that would have really, I think, popped these shelves. But by the time we did it, it was way too late. It's totally fine, it's still beautiful. This used to be a closet, like a really, really ugly closet. One of those, you know, or actually it was a slider. It was one of those slider closets. Something that's super popular right now and super in is if you're going to have a closet in a hallway in a really nice, you know, high-end home, get rid of that closet. Make it more open so that people can decorate it. We can put a bunch of towels here. It can still be a really functional space. It just is a showpiece also. I'm curious what you think, if you would want closed doors or a sliding door for your closet, or would you want an open concept type closet to store all of your goods? Let me know in the comments below. All right, it is time to go downstairs. Come on. Yes.
This basement really turned out awesome. I mean, I think this is a really fun, entertaining space. You know, having a TV above the mantle. You know, it's big enough that you can have a pool table, an air hockey table if you want to. You can play some foosball. You've got the awesome kitchenette in the back that's all set up for party style, right? I mean, this really is a cool, very cool, entertaining basement. So I think we knocked it out of the park on this. I love the design you went with here. All black, went with the brick, the original brick, painted it, and then went with some really nice dark tile here. Kept in the theme of our floating shelves. You went with the floating mantle, natural wood color, and then board and batten on the top. Good choice. I wasn't sure when you said that, I was like, that doesn't really go with the rest of the stuff, but I think you really nailed it. Well done.
Truthfully, it's just a texture change. That's all you're trying to do, right? Is people, for whatever reason, they, you know, especially on film or in pictures, the last thing you want is just a boring wall, right? And so on pictures and on film, as you can see, I mean, you can see all sorts of things going on here, but it's not too much because it's all one color, right? Really, for the most part, it's just a really nice texture change. I love the green though. Throughout the house, you'll see that we definitely used emerald green as the accent color. There's obviously black, gold, and white is like the statement of the house if you remove all the staging. But I love that we were able to do with the emerald green because it just makes it warm and little, high-end feel, I believe.
You use green very well in this house, so well done with that.
Subtle, but enough.
I'm excited to show everyone the craft room that you came up with. So let's go check that out if you don't mind.
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, I really think this room turned out cool. I love that you took just some ordinary storage space and you turned it into kind of a craft center. And you had mentioned to me that you didn't really want to pigeonhole somebody into a certain kind of craft, whether that's sewing or scrapbooking or whatever. But what you did gave the kind of lent the idea of this is a craft center. There's 3 bays for storage. You can put tables or desks in one of them, for a sewing machine or a cutting table or whatever the case might be. And I really think you nailed it. You used this space well. On the other side here behind the camera, we have a space for the laundry room. So this is a great combo space, and I love what you did. I also love the tile that you picked on the floor.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I just looked at it as, okay, what would I want to do with this? Again, all 3 of these doors have these exact same doors that you see here. Well, they were the slider doors, ugly doors. But so you have a ton of space here to still do, like, you can hang all your laundry, right? You can still do all that, or you can put shelves in there, closed doors. That you can still put doors on these if you wanted them, right? I just wanted to keep it open so that it shows off exactly the different types of styles you could be using in here. And I did create a workout space. So I did want this to be a kind of combo room, right? Where you could kind of do anything you wanted in here. So when we had the party, one of the guys was like, oh my gosh, my daughter would love this space because this would be her new dance hall. And I thought, oh my God, that's really cute. Dance, I don't care, work out, do crafts, sew. I mean, it's just a really fun combo space, unique for sure.
All right, is it time? Can we go look at the kitchen and the master bedroom?
Okay, let's do it.
Sweet, let's go do it. All right, so here is a perfect example of what we're talking about when it comes to fixing any weird things, right? We want to make it a feature. And this particular step was, they just kind of ramped the tile up. Now, here's the problem. When they added this part of the house on, because this wall used to be the exterior part of the wall, remember the guest bedroom used to be the master suite, they added this whole section of the house on, and they were off by about a ½ inch when they poured the foundation. So their solution was just ramp the tile up, no one will notice, right? Well, everybody noticed. That was one of the first things we noticed when we walked into this house when we were about to buy it. And so if there's something weird that you can't fix, make it a feature. And that's exactly what we did. We made this a beautiful steel-lipped step with underlighting, and we've gotten nothing but compliments on it, right? No one's been like, oh, that's weird. Nope, it's been nothing but A+ ratings.
No one has even mentioned why it's there.
Yeah, no one's asked.
No one's even asked.
Because we made it a feature. It's there because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
And this used to be the laundry room, believe it or not, which would be functional. So we did keep actually all of the pieces here. So all the plumbing and everything's still in here. So if somebody wanted to actually convert it back into a laundry room, they totally could. We gave them plenty of storage in the kitchen. But I love how big this pantry is. It's so amazing. With 6 bedrooms, you probably are gonna have a lot of food in the house. Sorry, like that's just, or a space to be able to entertain. I love this space for so many different reasons. But when I went to stage it, how funny, because I thought I was gonna overflow this pantry. Really though, there's so much in here and it looks so tiny. It really shows you how big this pantry is. Kind of funny. All right, the moment you've been waiting for.
This kitchen is so gorgeous. You did such an amazing job with this thing. I'm not a big fan of modern contemporary, but you nailed it. Like you so nailed it in this kitchen, and it's awesome. It was a fun project to do. Brock and I had some interesting construction challenges to overcome to get the design you wanted, but you know what? It was all worth it. It was all worth it.
Yay! Can I just tell you how obsessed I am with this tile? This backsplash.
I love it.
It's so pretty. It's very Art Deco, which is my favorite, absolutely. But this, for me, makes all of my OCD just so happy. It might not show up on film all that well, But I'm telling you, every single person that walks in here is just like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It looks so different in person. Like, that's actually what I get.
And the best part of all, big reveal here, turn on the inner cabinet lighting. Let's see it.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Ta-da!
There it is. This is awesome. One thing that I think is underappreciated in remodels and in homes is lighting. People underuse lighting. Lighting is such a key thing to create a mood in a house or to show off the beautiful job you did. And this really showcases these cabinets, showcases this kitchen, and really shows the talent of design that Maylee had and the execution from our amazing construction crew. So
you pulled off a miracle. Good job.
I think we nailed it.
You guys totally did. We also were able to, at the last minute, so thank you for figuring it out, we were able to add an extra cabinets. So let's move into the dining room. What happened was we got into the kitchen, it was done, and I walked in and thought, because there's no upper cabinets, as you probably already noticed, there's just not enough cabinet space for all the big things that they're going to be able, or for all the big items that they're going to need in a kitchen. So we gave them this really cool top and bottom. It could be a pantry, absolutely. People have asked me if it was, and I'm like, well, I mean, you can use it for whatever you want. If you wanted to convert that back to a laundry room, totally fine. Or this is for when we had our party. I filled this entire cabinet full of glasses, and it was wonderful. It made for easy entertainment. People could just grab their drinks and go. And then this piece we also created, and it has the quartz on it. And I love that because it makes a really nice liquor cabinet.
Yeah.
All right, something that we made for this property that I've never done before and I've always wanted to. So this is the first time we've made a book for the new homeowner that purchases this property. We also are gonna have it for the open house. I love this idea, it's so cute. So inside, this is the before, obviously, of what Evergreen looked like. And the front of the house. We'll just kind of thumb through it real quick. But you can see the kitchen, the dining room that we're in. But there's a space that there's the nasty, ugly stairs that it was before, right? Like, it's so fun for the homeowners to kind of see exactly what it looked like before. What I'm gonna have them do, this is the master, what it looked like before. What I'm gonna have them do is I printed quite a few of these books, and so when they walk through the house, I'm gonna give them a book and say, okay, go to each room and see the before and after. I love the idea. What do you think? Would you want this if you were purchasing this house? Let me know in the links below.
I love this room. It's so cool. I love the windows. I love the fireplace. I love the accent wall. I love everything about this room. It's so cool, and I want this to be my bedroom. It's awesome.
Can we talk about these pendant lights? Like, seriously?
Yeah,
They're so pretty. I love
they're awesome.
the shape that it makes.
I think it's a fantastic replacement for a nightstand lamp light, and I think you did great.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just gives you so much more room for your nightstand to not have to have this in the way, and it does make it definitely more modern. I do love the accent wall that we chose because it's a very large format diamond. Most of the accent walls that you're seeing right now actually are the very small diamonds or squares or hexagons. I love that it's the large because it definitely makes this space even bigger than it actually is, right? It's just kind of a little trick to the eye, but it is a big space, I'm not gonna lie. Just love the overall natural light that this space has. It's freaking amazing. Let's go see the master bathroom.
I'm excited. Let's go see it.
What? Look at this amazing shower. Hands down, whoever buys this house is buying this house for this bathroom, for the shower room and the tub room. This is such an incredible space. We were able to do the floor drain that really blends in the tile. We did still have the same exact tile that we did for the fireplace, except for the fireplace is a matte black and this is a shiny black. So it really ties in both of the spaces for the master bedroom and the master bathroom. We did still continue with the wood tile that we were talking about earlier in the other master suite. But in this shower, you have two ginormous heads. I mean, look how big this is. My hand it's just so big. It really is so amazing. You obviously have your independent shower heads to shower or to wash out this space. And my favorite, just like we've been doing in the last few homes, is being able to create a space with so much functionality. Having the tub inside of the shower room, it really solves so many people's problems. One, you don't care if you're splashing around. You don't get the floor soaking wet so somebody slips and falls. All of it is contained. Let the kids play. It's totally fine. Wash your dog. I mean, hello, how awesome. Shake away, doggy. It's totally fine. This is just such an incredible space. I think I'm gonna have a shower in here before I sell this place. Yep, I think I will. We went with the floating vanities throughout the entire home. This one is a double vanity floating. All the hardware is soft close throughout the house. I think that really gives it that feel that says we put a lot of attention to detail in this home. I also love that we were able to figure out how to afford this guy. You know, when you're doing a fix and flip or remodel, it's so hard to spend money, right? Like, it's hard to know where to spend the money. It's hard to understand where you have to spend the money. But if you watched any of our education, you know we spend money in 5 areas. And one of those areas is the master bedroom and master suite. Adding a little bit of extra luxury here takes it to the next level. It also is an anti-fog. You'll never have to worry about doing your hair or makeup ever again without seeing yourself.
All right, well, that's all we have for you in this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. We are excited to bring you more content, but we need you to do something very special for us. We need you to click that subscribe button. That way we can be sure that when we drop our next episode, you're gonna be aware about it. You want to also ring that little bell if you want to get notified next time we drop one of our awesome videos. Now, make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. We're everywhere. Also, if you're so inclined, give the video a like. It really does help the YouTube algorithm, and it's a great way to help the channel. And we're giving away this free picture of a puppy for doing so. Make sure you join us on our live call every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. On Mitch and Maylee Live, we go over the strategies that we use to execute these fix and flip properties.
If you want to dive deeper into real estate investing, I absolutely encourage you to do so. But you do need to stay safe. Some things that you need to know to keep yourself safe in this uncertain market is going to be seller financing. So many people are terrified about it. So many people don't understand it at all. That's where we come in. We would love to dive in deeper. So make sure you schedule a personal strategy call with one of us.
Links in the description below. And if you're interested in diving deeper into the education and the knowledge that it takes to be an incredible real estate investor, make sure you check out our Epics education link in the description below. Thank you for being here. We're excited to see you next time. And until then, we'll see you on the flip side. My name's Mitch Nelson, and I will be performing Katy Perry's Dark Horse. M'lady. I'm out of here.
You're gonna need to know a few things and have some tools up your belt to stay safe. What? Up your belt?
In your belt.
I keep doing that. I said that.
It's like, wait, what did you say?
I don't know why I keep doing that.
Sorry.
Up your belt. That's funny, actually.